everyone. Welcome back to Pop Off English, the podcast where you learn English in a fun and easy way. If you're new here, I'm Mia.
And I'm Leo. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to Pop Off English, like this episode, and share it with your friends who want to learn English. It really helps us a lot.
Today we have a very fun topic. We're talking about favorite movies.
I love this topic. I can talk about movies for hours, so get comfortable, relax, and listen. Remember, this podcast is for beginners, so we speak slowly and clearly.
And of course, we'll use simple words, everyday expressions, and a lot of funny stories. So you can enjoy the conversation and learn at the same time.
All right, Mia, first question. What is your all-time favorite movie?
Oh no, this is a hard question already. My all-time favorite movie? I think I have different favorites for different moods. But if I must choose one, I will say The Lion King.
Classic. I love that. Why The Lion King?
Because it has everything. It has a great story, strong emotions, amazing music, and a cute lion. Also, I watched it when I was a kid, so it's very nostalgic for me. It makes me remember my childhood.
Nostalgic means it makes you think about the past, usually happy memories.
Exactly. When I hear the songs from The Lion King, I immediately remember sitting on the floor in my living room, eating snacks and watching the movie again and again.
Did you cry?
Of course I cried. I still cry when I watch it now. There's one very sad scene. You know which one.
I know. Everyone knows it's like the international "we all cried here" moment.
What about you? What's your favorite movie?
My all-time favorite movie is Back to the Future.
Oh, that's a good one. Why do you like it so much?
First, the story is so fun. A teenager travels in time with a crazy scientist and a cool car. It's adventure, science fiction, comedy, everything in one movie. And second, the characters feel so real to me. I feel like I know them.
I like that. So you don't just watch the story, you also feel close to the people in the movie.
Exactly. And there's one more thing I like. The idea that small actions can change the future. I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, that idea is cool. Also, I like that the movie is old but still feels fun and modern.
True. Some old movies feel very slow, but Back to the Future is still exciting, even today.
So we have The Lion King and Back to the Future. Great start. Now let's talk about genres. Genre means the type or style of a movie, like comedy, horror, romance, action, and so on.
Right. So, Mia, what is your favorite genre?
I think my favorite genre is probably animated movies. I know I sound like a child.
No, animated movies are amazing. Adults can like them too.
Thank you. Animated movies are colorful, creative, and often very emotional. They look simple, but sometimes they talk about deep things like loss, family, and growing up.
That's true. A lot of animated movies are about growing up and finding yourself.
Also, they're usually not too long. I like that. I have a short attention span.
So you're saying, if a movie is longer than your coffee, you get bored.
Exactly. If my coffee is finished and the movie is still going, I start to think about snacks, my phone, my laundry, my whole life.
So, short movies for Mia. Got it.
What about you? Favorite genre?
For me, it's a mix of sci-fi and adventure. I like movies with cool ideas about the future or space, and I like when characters go on a journey.
Like a hero's journey story.
Yes, a normal person has a problem, then goes on an adventure, learns something, and comes back changed. I love that structure.
Can you give some examples?
Sure, movies like Star Wars, The Matrix, Interstellar, sometimes they are a bit more difficult to understand, but they always make me think.
I like that about good movies. They continue in your head after you finish watching them. You You keep thinking, what would I do in that situation?
Exactly. And you can also practice English with those movies. You can listen to natural conversations, modern vocabulary, and sometimes funny jokes.
Speaking of English, movies are such a good tool for learning.
Yes, let's talk about that. How do you use movies to learn English?
My favorite way is very simple. I watch a movie in English with English subtitles. I try to follow the story, but I don't stop every time I don't understand a word. I relax and enjoy the movie.
That's important. If you stop every 5 seconds, you will hate the movie and probably hate English too.
Exactly. I think it's better to understand the general meaning first. If there is a word that appears many times and I see it again and again, then maybe I pause and check the word.
That's a nice strategy. I also like to watch the same movie more than once. The first time, I watch for fun, just to enjoy. The second time, I pay more attention to the English.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you learn some expressions that way?
Yes. For example, when I watched superhero movies, I saw people say things like, "You've got this," or "Let's do this" all the time. These are very natural phrases you can use in real life.
I also learned a lot of casual expressions from romantic comedies. People say things like, "Are you serious?" or "Come on," or "You're kidding," in a very natural way.
And these phrases are short and easy to remember. So for listeners, when you watch movies in English, try to notice these little phrases. They are very useful in conversations.
Now let's go back to favorite movies. But this time, favorite childhood movie.
Ah, childhood. For me, my favorite childhood movie was Toy Story.
Oh, that's adorable. Why Toy Story?
I loved the idea that toys come to life when humans are not watching. After the movie, I always looked at my toys and thought, I know what you're doing when I'm at school.
Did you talk to your toys?
Maybe. I will not confirm or deny.
I totally talked to my toys. I even said goodnight to them.
See, this is the power of movies. They change how we see the world.
What did you like most about Toy Story?
I liked the friendship between Woody and Buzz. They start as enemies, they're very different, but then they become best friends. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a nice message. People can be different and still be friends.
What about your favorite childhood movie, besides The Lion King?
I really loved Finding Nemo.
Good choice. Why that one?
First, I love the ocean. The colors and the fish are so beautiful. Second, I like the relationship between Nemo and his father. The father is very anxious and overprotective, and he learns to trust his son more.
Overprotective means he protects his son too much.
Yes, and also, the character Dory is so funny. She forgets everything, but she is very positive.
That movie is a great mix of funny and emotional.
Actually, I think a lot of animated movies are like that, funny and emotional at the same time. That's why I love them.
Now let's talk about movies that made us cry. You already said you cry at The Lion King. Are there any other movies that make you emotional?
There is one movie that always makes me cry. Up.
Oh no, the beginning of Up is dangerous.
Yes, the first 10 minutes and I'm already crying. It's a very emotional love story without many words.
It's amazing how they tell a full life story in such a short time with music and images.
I think that is the power of cinema. Sometimes they don't need a lot of dialogue to make you feel something.
True. I also cried at a movie called The Pursuit of Happiness.
That's a strong one. Why that movie?
Because it's about a man who tries so hard to give his son a better life. He has a lot of problems. No money, no house, many difficulties, but he never gives up. I find that very inspiring.
Yeah, movies like that are very motivating. They make you think, if he can keep going, then I can also keep going.
Exactly. And I think this type of movie is great to watch in English because the emotions help you understand the story, even if you don't understand every word.
Your brain follows the feelings, so the language becomes more natural.
Now, let's change the mood. We don't want everybody to cry on the bus while listening. Let's talk about funny movies.
Ah, yes, funny movies. I love comedies. One of my favorite comedies is Mean Girls.
That is a very popular one.
I like it because it's very quotable. There are so many famous lines that people still use today. Also, it shows the crazy world of high school in a very exaggerated way.
Exaggerated means too much, more extreme than in real life.
Yes, the characters are so dramatic. Everything is a big problem. It's very entertaining.
And it's actually good for English learners because the characters speak like real teenagers, very modern and casual.
True. You can hear slang, but also basic phrases for school life. Homework, tests, friends, parties.
For me, one of my favorite funny movies is Home Alone.
Oh, I love that one too. The little boy is so smart.
Yes, the idea is simple. A kid is home alone and two burglars try to enter the house. But the kid is very creative and he sets a lot of traps.
I would never think of all those ideas as a kid. I would just hide under the bed and cry.
Same. He is like a tiny mastermind. I like the mix of comedy and a little bit of action. And of course, it has a warm family message at the end.
It's also a Christmas movie. So many people watch it every year.
Speaking of watching movies every year, do you have a movie you rewatch many times?
Yes, I always rewatch Harry Potter movies.
All of them?
Not all at once. I'm not that crazy. But I like to choose one or two and watch them when I want something familiar.
Why do you like rewatching them?
Because the world is very rich. There are so many details. The school, the magic, the food, the clothes. Every time I watch, I see something new.
Do you watch them in English?
Yes, now I do. When I was younger, I watched them in my language. But now, I enjoy them in English. I like to hear the original voices of the actors.
That's something important. If possible, try to watch movies in the original language. You can hear the real emotion and natural rhythm.
Also, if you already know the story from your language, it's easier to follow in English.
Exactly. That's a good trick for learning. Watch a movie you already know very well, but this time in English. You won't be lost because you already know what happens.
Do you have a rewatch movie?
Yes, The Lord of the Rings.
Oh wow, that's a long choice.
I know. I watch them maybe once a year. It's a tradition
Why do you love them?
because it feels like visiting an old friend. The world, Middle-earth, feels real to me. The places, the languages, the cultures, everything is very detailed. I can just sit and enjoy the journey.
And they're very epic. Big music, big battles, big emotions.
Yes, sometimes I don't even watch with full attention. I just play it in the background when I'm doing something else, like cooking or cleaning.
So Lord of the Rings is your cleaning soundtrack.
Exactly. Nothing motivates you to wash dishes like a dramatic battle scene.
Now let's talk about watching movies at home versus at the cinema. What do you prefer?
I love the cinema. Big screen, loud sound, dark room, no distractions. It feels special.
I like the cinema too, but I think I prefer watching at home.
Why?
Because at home, I can pause the movie. If I need a snack, I pause. If I need the bathroom, I pause. If my friend texts me something dramatic, I pause.
So the pause button is your best friend.
Yes. Also, I can watch in comfortable clothes, maybe in my pajamas, with a big blanket. It feels cozy.
Do you use subtitles at home?
Yes, when I watch in English, I usually use English subtitles. At the cinema, sometimes there are subtitles, sometimes not.
And if there are no subtitles, it can be harder to understand. But it's still good practice for listening skills.
True. What about you? Do you use subtitles?
Most of the time, yes. Even in my own language sometimes. It helps me catch every word, especially when people talk fast or there is noise.
That's a good point. Subtitles are not only for language learners, many native speakers also use them.
So for our listeners, don't be shy to use subtitles. They are a great tool.
Now, let's talk about one more thing, movies and personality. Do you think our favorite movies say something about us?
Definitely. If someone likes only horror movies with a lot of blood, I feel a little scared of that person.
Same. If your favorite movie is just people screaming and running all the time, I have questions.
But seriously, I think our favorite movies show our values. For example, if you love The Lion King and Finding Nemo, maybe family and friendship are very important to you.
That's true. And if you love Back to the Future and sci-fi movies, maybe you like ideas, technology, and new possibilities.
Exactly. Movies are like a mirror of our inner world.
Also, sharing your favorite movie is a way to connect with others. It's a nice conversation topic, even in English.
Yes, you can say simple things like, I like this movie because it's funny. It's my favorite movie because the story is beautiful. I watch it every year with my family.
These are easy sentences, but you can have a real conversation with them.
You can also ask other people, what's your favorite movie? Why do you like it? How many times have you watched it?
And boom, now you're having a conversation in English about something fun.
So maybe after this episode, you can think about your favorite movie in English. Try to describe it with simple sentences.
You can say the genre, like it's a comedy or it's an action movie. You can say how it makes you feel, like it makes me happy or it makes me cry.
And you can say when you watched it, like I watched it when I was a child, or I watched it last weekend.
This is great practice for speaking. You can even record yourself talking about your favorite movie.
And if you want, you can share your favorite movie in the comments under this episode if you are listening on a platform with comments.
We love to see your answers. It helps us know you better, and it helps you practice writing in English.
Before we finish, let's do a quick recap. Today we talked about our favorite movies, like The Lion King, Back to the Future, Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Mean Girls, Home Alone, Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings, and many more.
We also talked about different genres like animation, sci-fi, adventure, comedy, and emotional movies.
And we shared some tips on how to use movies to learn English, watching with English subtitles, rewatching movies you already know, and noticing short, natural phrases.
Movies are not just entertainment. They are also a window into culture, emotions, and of course, language.
So next time you watch a movie in English, enjoy it, relax, and remember, you are learning even when you are just having fun.
Thank you so much for listening to Pop Off English today.
Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, like this episode, and share it with your friends who want to learn English with movies and fun conversations.
You can also tell a friend, hey, listen to this. They talk about favorite movies, and it's easy to understand.
We'll be back soon with another episode to help you learn English in a natural and enjoyable way.
Until next time, take care, watch a good movie, and keep popping off in English.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.